Welcome to Sandy Toe Tarot and to your pick a card reading. This one is very exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to do a long introduction. So I got some notes here because I'm going to be doing a lot in this reading. And I've got a bunch of cards laid out here. I'm going to use different cards for each section for what we're doing. This is going to be about your next relationship. And the first thing we're going to find out is traits. We'll find out personality traits, appearance, astrology. We'll look at, and this will probably be all together, strengths and weaknesses, careers and hobbies. Then we'll look at how and when you will meet. Then we'll look at how the relationship will unfold. And finally, we'll get a message from your future partner. So I know the love readings are very exciting. They're exciting for me. They're exciting for you guys. So I like that. There's a lot of energy around them. Single people love romance. I loved romance when I was single. I mean, I'm still single. I just don't date anymore. But it's a lot of fun, right? Just to get you started and help you choose which pile is going to be your message today, I pulled some cards and I have some stones here. These cards are from the Herb Crafter Tarot. On pile 1, you got Madre of Earth. It's a creosote bush, which I don't know the herbs, but this is a very earthy looking card. I actually pulled twice on that one because I didn't think it was very romantic, but I pulled another earth card first, and then I pulled this earth card second. So I said, okay, I get the message. I'm just going to have to take it. This is what Spirit wants to put out there, so that's what it is. And on that, I have a Verdite Quartz. It's just a pretty green stone. On pile 2, we have the World, and Pachamama is the herb. I don't know it. There's a lot of herbs that I do not know. So that's one of the reasons I got this Herb Crafter Tarot deck, was to learn more about the herbs. This is a Cinnabar enhanced quartz is what it is. It is dyed, but it is an orange color. And on pile 3, we have the Lovers. Hawthorn is the herb. And this is an aquamarine. It is very faint, but it is an aquamarine. Okay. So we're going to get right into this. Like I said, we have a lot to do here, and I don't want the video to be too awful long. So make your decision. Click on that time. I'll put timestamps in the description box below. Click on that time. It'll take you directly to that part in the reading, and I will see you there. Again, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll see you at your reading. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 1, these are going to be your messages for your next relationship. And this is very interesting. You got the Madre of Earth, which is the Madres are mothers in this deck. Earth is very, of course, material, energy, food, clothing, shelter. I wanted to read the meaning of this because it seemed odd to me for it to come out in a relationship reading, but that's what Spirit pulled for us, so I wanted to read the meaning. It says, be a guardian of the wild places, build circles of women, and share the medicine. So we'll see how this plays into your reading. It really is about honoring the land and using the land as medicine, and then sharing that with the world. So maybe that has something to do with your relationship. Maybe it doesn't. I just wanted to be sure to read that so you guys understood that meaning. Like I said, it was a little bit weird for it to come out in a love reading. Okay. So here we go. Okay, as I said, the first thing we're going to look at is traits. Let me look at my notes here. The first thing we're going to look at is traits, like personality, appearance, and astrology. So I have chosen for this section, I have chosen this tarot deck, and I can't even remember what the name of this tarot deck is. I'll have to put that in the description box below. For the astrology bit of it, and you can get some appearances messages in here as well. For the personality, I chose the sacred contract cards. Those are very popular for personality. And then just additional messages for personality, appearance, and astrology. Anything else that wants to pop up, I'll show that in the tarot. But let's just, first of all, get some personality traits for your person, your next relationship. All right, here we go, here we go. This is fun. So pile one, personality traits. For next relationship for pile one. What do you got for us? Filling that one. Personality traits. There you go. There's a few. We'll start with that. Let's pull a few of these for appearance and astrology. We'll see what we can get for these on these. Appearance and astrology. Astrological signs, appearance. What do you got for us for pile one? There's a couple. What else? Okay. And finally, anything else that you want to tell us about personality, appearance, or astrology here? What else you got for us? For pile one. For your next relationship. Is that it? Is that it for pile one? I'm gonna take them all because I feel like there's lots of messages in here. Okay. And there's a lot of people watching this, so I want to be sure that I get as many messages out as I can because, you know, not everything is going to be for everyone. Take what resonates with you. All right, so let's look at this personality of your person. Oh my goodness. Okay, so with the sacred contracts, you got God, light attributes, benevolence, and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. The shadow attributes are despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. You got Avenger, light attributes, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself, and shadow attributes, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. And you got Rebel, light attributes, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Okay, very clearly. This is not this is not your run-of-the-mill traditional person, I would not say. I do feel like they are into, maybe that's why this card came out. They are definitely into fighting the good fight. And I feel like it might have something to do with beliefs around natural foods, natural medicines, trying to, how would you describe these kind of people? I hang out with a lot of them at the psychic fairs. They're very earthy, and they are taking us back, thank God, to like the basics when it comes to our food sources. Like organic farming is important to them, using herbs as medicine and healing the world through herbs as opposed to traditional pharmacy. Very much feeling that kind of energy with this pile. I'm also feeling this person might actually work in some way as an advocate to help other people. You got this God and Avenger energy here. Maybe like a guardian ad litem in the court system that helps children, that represents children in court situations. Maybe a public defender would fit into this category too, helps people that, can't help themselves. Maybe just works in the justice system. They want to balance the scales of justice, but also just willing to fight for a cause. I do get activists in here. Rebel and activist, very much going to be your protesters, those people who are willing to get out on the streets with their signs and say, this is wrong, or to start petitions or sign petitions. Very passionate about causes, maybe even for animals, definitely for the earth. I'm definitely get earth feel here. So maybe environmentalist. Spiritual, you do have spiritual elements here. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So maybe is on a spiritual path themselves. Maybe does something like this, tarot cards or something, or teaches other people how to find the light within themselves. And focusing on that spirituality, maybe Buddhism, maybe meditation is important to them. Maybe religion is important to them. It could be. I'm not feeling real traditional religion, though. I will have to say, I feel like if this is about helping people find God and find the divine within them, I really feel it's way more spiritual than it would be religion. Just because of the other cards that are around it. Let's see astrology here. And we can get some appearance clues in here too, as well. So, what do you have? You have the Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, represents Capricorn. You got the Page of Swords, another Earth sign energy for me, represents Taurus. You got the Queen of Wands, Leo energy. King of Swords, Libra energy, and Queen of Pentacles, Aquarius energy. So I'm feeling air signs pretty strongly. Earth signs, definitely you got a lot of earth in this reading anyway. And then you got this odd little Queen of Wands here that has that passion. And I feel like there's a lot of passion in this person's idea. They carry their ideas forward out into the world through their passions. For some of you, this person is younger than you. I'm getting a lot of green eyes and red hair, and then also dark, very dark hair, dark eyes, and then green eyes with red or brown hair for sure. Okay, so let's talk about this Queen of Wands. This is, first of all, King of Swords, very masculine energy. So I feel a good body here. I'm serious. If you're dating men, this guy's got a tight body. Takes very good care of themselves, works out all the time. The Queen of Wands, I'm getting very beautiful energy. Like they're very, very attractive. Male or female, they're very attractive. Okay, for some of you, I feel like they might be a little few extra pounds. I'm getting that with this Queen of Pentacles energy. They love the finer things in life, and one of those is food. So that's okay. You can, you guys can go on a health kick together or whatever. But I feel like they're around the same age as you, or they're younger for some of you. All right, so what else can we get here? What else do we want to know about this person? Personality, appearance, astrology. Personality, appearance, astrology. What else can you tell us? I think I'm going to move these around here so we can get, maybe I'll keep that here. Put these down here. And then I can have this space to work with up here. That'll be good. That works. Okay. What else do you want to tell us about this person? Ace of Wands. Strength. Very, very much almost like that energy. Leo energy. Strong personality. Lots of passion. Two of Cups. Nine of Swords. Page of Cups. Trying to keep all the suits together. Eight of Cups. King of Swords again. Pay attention to that energy. Again, Libra. Older gentleman who's really intelligent. Definitely head over heart. Again, has that justice thing going on. Is good at making decisions and wants to help people because they can figure things out, the right way to do things, or the thing that needs to be done, and stand by it. Like if something needs to happen, even though it's not easy, they're still going to do it because it's the right thing to do. That's this person. Six of Pentacles. Okay, let's talk about this. Got a couple of things. In addition to this, feeling that strong Libra energy, feeling the strong Leo energy. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the person that you're dating is going to be one of those signs, but that sign may play heavily in their chart. It's not just sun sign compatibility when you're talking about compatibility. It's not just sun sign when you're talking about personality. If you have, let's just say, a Pisces sun, and you have a lot of other houses in the sign of, let's use Libra as an example. Let's say your moon's in Libra, your ascendant's in Libra, your Mars is in Libra, your Venus is in Libra. You're going to represent a lot as a Libra, even though your sun sign is Pisces, okay? So just keep that in mind. What else can you tell us? First of all, I think this person's a good lover because they understand the connectedness, and then they also like to have fun too. It's not serious all the time, although they can do that real connected love making thing, which is not just sex. Passionate sex is good and it's important, but they can really connect with somebody through sex. And then also on top of that, they're a lot of fun. So they have that balance, really good balance, that makes them a good sexual partner. I will say a couple of things. Not everybody is all good, right? Well, one thing I'll say is they're very generous as a person, which is nice. That's probably one of the things that makes them a good lover. Generous people tend to be good lovers. They give more than they take, but there's also a balance there with this person. They're not a pushover, that's for sure. They're very strong as an individual and have a lot of passion, but they can give too. Okay, so the negative parts of the personality I'm seeing here are a lot of anxiety. Like they worry about a lot of things. So maybe this is a way that you can help them if you're good at finding your center through whatever methods, through meditations, through yoga, what what it helps. There's so many things that help people with anxiety. Exercise helps people with anxiety. Listen to tapes or whatever at night so you can go to sleep. That helps with anxiety. There's just a lot of ways to eat, and a good diet actually helps with anxiety. So maybe you can help them on that in that particular way. The other thing I see is they do have a tendency to retreat when things start getting getting a little heavy emotionally, especially if they're this air sign energy over here. This is very head over heart. They have the feelings, they use their feelings, but they're way more comfortable with logic than they are with the feelings. So when the feelings start getting a little heavy, they do have a tendency to retreat. This is not something to worry about. I don't think about too much. It's just noticing, we're all different. If they need some time, let them have some time. They're going to come back. There's no worry about that. There's no need to feel anxious whenever they do retreat and take that time to themselves. They're coming back, but that is just a part of their personality. All right. So I think that's a lot there. Anything else I see real quick? Just very generous. That came out. I heard that loud and clear again. They're just a very generous person. They're very giving, loving and giving. Intelligent. And then also has some action. This is actually what I will say about this person is they're pretty well-rounded. They're pretty balanced. And that's one of the traits of the Libra. They're all about the balancing thing. And I think maybe they've been working on themselves in this way to kind of balance their energy, and it's working. Very earthy. And maybe that is what has connected them and made them more balanced. Working the earth in some way. Maybe they have a farm. Maybe they have a greenhouse or something. They do work with the nature, I do believe, in some way, or at least enjoy it in some way. Like maybe that's one thing that keeps them grounded. They go out for hikes in the woods. Whatever it is, they're very connected to nature. All right, so that's it for that. Let's move on to the next part, which will be strengths, weaknesses, career, and hobbies. So I'm using a couple of decks here to find out more about strengths, weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. I have the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to take a few from those, and the Gregory Scott Tarot, and I'll take a few from those, and we'll see what else we can find out about this person in that way. We did have some strengths and weaknesses come out in the first batch of cards there. We also had some career options to come out, so let's just see if that's the same or if we get new messages here. Strengths, weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. What do you have for us? That's a few. Anything else? For pile one. This one flipped. And these don't flip very easily, so I think I want that card. All right. Strengths, weaknesses, careers, and hobbies from pile one. Strengths, weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. Okay, that's enough. All right. Gregory Scott, you got the High Priestess. You got the Two of Cups again. You got the Queen of Wands again. And you got the Hierophant again. Okay. And with the Light Seers Tarot, you got the Star. The Nine of Wands. Queen of Swords and the Magician. Okay, strengths and weaknesses first. A very loving person. I'm getting a very spiritual person. And also, this did not come up before, but I feel like they're kind of a daydreamer. They're good at setting goals and pursuing them, but they dream big. They're a big dreamer. That's what I will say. Definitely good lover. A little bit of an actor here, actor, comedian, diva, some singer, something. A little bit of a performer here, so that's kind of interesting. Again, with the spirituality, it's all over this reading. You got the feminine spirituality. You also have the masculine religion. So in the first part of it, I said they probably, that you got that God card, and I wasn't necessarily feeling religion, but this says that they might adhere to one religious practice, like they're Catholic or something, or Jewish or something like that. And that at least informs their spirituality. Like, I go to psychic fairs all the time, because I read tarot cards at psychic fairs. A lot of the psychics are Christian. So that informs their readings for sure. So it's like they're very spiritual, but they have like this overlay of religion also on it as well. Brotherhood, I'm really getting a strong sense of brotherhood is important to them, or sisterhood is important to them. But they use their intuition, and they use their law of attraction. They would be very into law of attraction. That would be important to them. They got you got the Magician and the Star here. So that's hopes and dreams, putting them out there and then bringing them down into the earth, into reality. So they're very into that. Strengths and weaknesses. Okay. They can be a little cold sometimes. Got the Queen of Swords there. That really does talk about shutting off emotionally sometimes when things get uncomfortable to them. So that's just something that you're going to, everybody has their things, right? Another thing is they might be a workaholic. You got the Nine of Wands there, which does talk about, well, the good part is that they work hard. There's nothing wrong with that, but they might do it a little too much, and their work might be too much where they get their self-esteem from. I was like that at one time too, because work was one thing that I was always very good at. Even when my relationships were falling to shit or whatever, I was good at the work. So I got a lot of validation through work, too much. And that was of course struck down by the divine, as it should have been a few years ago, and work just turned to crap. So, yeah, anyway, it all shifted. I had to shift my perspective, right? In any case, that might be something that could, I guess, be considered negative trait. Again, tends to retreat and hide their feelings for sure. When things get emotional, I'm being drawn to this hood over this guy's face. They're not as comfortable with the emotions sometimes. If it gets to be too much, they will retreat. Again, that is not a bad thing. It is just a part of their personality. They will come back. That's just how they deal with things. And then when they come back, you can talk it over, like adults, right? I don't think I see anything else. Career. Oh, have we talked about that? Career. What might these people do for a living? So in the first part, we did talk about they could be in the justice system in some way, an advocate for other people in some way. That some of them could really be entertainers, or some kind of entertainer. some kind of being on stage thing, or in the limelight. Let's say that it could be like a YouTube person or something, but they're front and center in some way. They might actually have an occupation that's spiritual related, like they might be I don't know, a rabbi or something. I don't know. Or a psychic or something, or some kind of spiritual leader. Yeah. Pastor, that would be, put them on the stage too. I'm actually not picking up on career so much in this one as I was in the last card. So, okay, I think that's all I'm getting. So I won't try to force it here. So this might be a hobby, actually. Like I take improv classes, they might just be interested in that kind of stuff. They might be a chemist as far as occupation is concerned. It could be definitely be some kind of scientist or chemist. Pharmacist. I'm really picking up more science-y, though. Maybe a magician as a hobby. I don't know. Could be. Hiking, I'm getting again. They just like to be out in nature and go hiking and stuff. They also might like to be on the water, like in boats or something. All right. Next section, what are we going to talk about next? How you will meet and when you will meet. Let's see what's up with that. So I'm using the, just the traditional universal weight. I'm using the traditional universal weight for these messages, just how and when you will meet. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, so how and when will you meet this person? How and when will you meet this person? How and when will you meet this person? Anything else for how and when? Okay, let's see what we got here. Very strong energy of April, May, springtime energy here. It's in all of these cards right here. Aries, kind of Taurus energy, not, technically Taurus energy, but very much Taurus energy. Very strongly spring, April, May, very strongly fall, August, September, right there, all those. So it's going to be different for all you guys, right? So how will you meet this person? It's going to be very sudden, for one thing. You are not expecting it. Some of you will meet on vacation. Some of you will meet in a place, in an institution, which means something, and it's something that you go to all the time. So it would be a church, it would be a hospital, it would be a bank, it would be a college. So whichever one of those you frequent a lot, you will meet that person there. Some of you will meet at work. Very strongly vacation, in some kind of institution that you frequent. That doesn't mean that you necessarily work there, although you could. But like if you go to this particular bank a lot and you see this, catch the eye of this particular girl or guy or whatever. It's that kind of situation. Or if you're in college, or if you're connected to a college, or somebody one of your kids are in college, and so you go there a lot. It's that kind of, I feel like it's that. But then some of you will actually meet at work, wherever it is that you work. But it comes out of the blue. It is very shocking for you guys. And again, as far as timings, we have April, May, and August, September. Any other timings that we see here? Strong Aries season, strong Aries, Taurus season, strong Virgo, Leo season. Leo, so it would be Leo, Virgo season. The end of summer, beginning of September. Kind of like when school starts again. So this is kind of like when school's out, gets out. This is kind of like when school starts. That's very interesting. Okay, so that's all I have on that. And the last thing we want to, no, not the last thing, but the next thing we want to see is how the relationship will unfold. And I'm using the Druid card. I'm just using all my cards today. How will this relationship unfold for pile 1? I'm just going to take them. 8 of Swords, King of Cups, 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm glad I took these. Okay, I want to go one more on that. How will this relationship unfold? One more pass through. There you go. I feel like there's one thing that's ending. Okay, that needs to end this reading. Okay, or this part of it. And there it is. That helps. Okay, this came out so succinctly in the right order that I'm going to just tell you what happens here. Okay, so you are kind of, when I say it comes in unexpectedly, it's very unexpected. You're actually kind of closed off to relationship right now, which means you just got out of a relationship. You feel like you're not ready. You've had a series of bad relationships, so you're taking a break from dating right now. You're just not looking at it. You have other things going on in your life. You're real busy. You just don't have time for relationships right now. You don't even want to look at that part of your life, because it never seems to work out, or because it's too time consuming and you have other things to do. For whatever reason, you're almost isolated from relationships. Then this person comes in, very strong. It really does take you by surprise. Very strong emotional connection to this person. And that's surprising for you. But it is there for sure. This person, and this is reading as male, King of Cups energy, very good at relationships. That doesn't mean they're male. It just means it's the king, right? Very good at relationships. Really turns your head completely. But I will say this, when it comes in, you're kind of so in the blahs about relationships that it almost passes you by. It doesn't, because what is for you will never pass you by. But it takes a minute for this to sink in that, yeah, this might be something I'm actually going to do here. And I feel like it's you. I just feel like where you're at with the dating scene. So you do eventually come together and you start this relationship, and things are going very well for a very long time. And I'm even going to say 8 months. They're going very, very, very well. And then someone kind of takes a break from the relationship. They have to do something else. Maybe there's a family obligation that they have to take care of. Maybe they just think, okay, this happens sometimes in relationships. They think that something's missing from this relationship, so they want to go out and pursue this thing that is missing. But there is a break here after about 8 months. And then the magic happens. Then it comes back together. Like I said, what is meant for you will never pass you by. You guys do get back together, and you realize the magic that is in the relationship. You realize this relationship has everything that it needs to be good and to thrive. Nothing lasts forever, I say, when it comes to relationships. I mean, they all end in some way, in breakup or death. They all end. So this is the relationship that you're supposed to be in for the foreseeable future. And you guys realize that. I'm going to say this process takes a year. This whole you meeting, not understanding what's happening and whether you even want it, you having great times for quite a few months, and then taking a break from it could be several reasons, not necessarily because someone thinks something missing. Maybe it really is they have some obligation that they have to take care of, and they have to move to another country for a period of time or something, whatever it is. But it does cause the relationship to kind of be severed for a cycle, for a time. Not for long, though, because you guys do come back together, and all this happens within a year. So that's how the relationship is going to unfold. That was beautiful as far as how clear that was and how succinct. So the final thing I want to do is to get a message from your future partner here. And I haven't actually decided what cards I'm going to use for that. So let me think about that for a minute, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so what I decided to do was get one card from each of the oracle here and just try to pull it all together and get a singular message from your future partner. And we'll just see how this plays out. If it doesn't work, we'll do something else. But that's what I decided to do. Okay, so for pile one, message from the future partner. Doesn't get any better than that, my friends. True love. This love is once in a lifetime. Wow. All right. Next message for pile one from their future partner. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great beauty. Angels and ancestors. From the Angels and Ancestors oracle. Winter, take care of your needs. And Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. This reading started with Earth. I guess it's going to end with Earth too. This is a very earthy person I think you got here. Right, so fundamentals of humanness. And just one from the tea leaf. Oracle. Or two. We will have two, I guess. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Nice. And goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Okay, very, very, very succinct here in the message. Their message for you, first of all, is before you guys meet, in the meantime, I guess, take care of yourself and stay rooted and stay grounded. That's going to be very important to you. Like I said, I do feel like this person's very earthy. By nature, you got the earth that came up in the very beginning. But they're asking you, as you know, to take care of yourself And be good to yourself and be kind to yourself now. This is worth waiting for, I guess, is kind of what the message is here. This relationship is fundamental to you guys. It's fundamental to your growth and to your development and to how you move forward. It is true. It is a true love, and it comes once in a lifetime. Even though there's going to be that blip, they're saying that if we stick to this, we can uncover all the beauty that comes with being in a loving and a committed relationship with somebody. It strengthens you guys in a personal way, brings you peace and a lot of spiritual growth. This is a very, very significant and very important relationship. And so this is just the message of them as acknowledging that this is fundamental for both of you guys, to your growth, to your mission here in life and in this life. And they want you to be patient and take care of yourself in the meantime, basically. Because it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth the wait. All right, that's what I have for pile ones. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and share my channel with anybody that you think might be interested. Thank you guys so much for letting me read for you today. This was fun. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2, these are going to be your messages for your next relationship. We're just getting all the details about your next relationship. We're going to do a few things here. We're going to find out the traits, personality, appearance, astrology, like their zodiac sign, strengths, weaknesses, career or hobbies, how and when you will meet, how the relationship will unfold, and then finally we'll get a message from your future partner. So we do have a lot to do today. I'm going to jump right into it. Pile 2 did have the world on it and the Cinnabar enhanced quartz crystal. So I'm just going to start with, let's find out what we can about your person. I'm going to do it a little bit differently than I did pile 1, so I apologize for that, but I feel like it kind of mixed together. The first part and the second part was kind of co-mingled. So I'm going to pull these cards out first and get what I can get, and then pull additional messages to see if I can get additional messages for strengths and weaknesses, career and hobbies, but I'll have these all out at the same time. I think they're very connected. So let's just start with personality traits with the sacred contracts. For pile 2, let's talk about the personality of their, that's a blank, of their future partner. Let's see the personality. Pile 2, let's see. All right, is that good? Sounds good to me. You got networker, detective, martyr, and child wounded. All right, this, I cannot remember the name of this tarot deck, but what I did here was I pulled out all the cards that are related to astrology and might give us some clues about what this person will look like as well. So I'm just going to pull some of these cards to see what astrological signs you might be dealing with here for pile 2. Anything else? Anything else for pile 2? Okay. And then I'm going to pull some herbal craft here. Let's see what we got here first. The Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy. The Hermit, Earth sign energy, Virgo. Page of Swords, Earth sign energy, Taurus. And Queen of Cups, finally, something besides Earth, is, let's see, Scorpio, so water energy. Okay. What else you got for us? For pile 2. Anything else for pile 2? We're talking about the traits of this person. Personality, appearance, astrology. Three of Pentacles, the Fool, the Empress, the Sun, the Six of Wands, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Lovers, Ten of Cups. Interesting. Okay, let's see what we can do with these cards here. Because they're a mess. Okay, as far as their personality, let's talk about that first. I think we got a couple, these kind of go together and those kind of go together. So I do feel like this person is willing to sacrifice for other people, to serve other people. I do feel like they work with children in some way as a counselor or maybe even a teacher who is good at counseling children. I feel like that is what drives them, their desire to help children. Because, or the inner child, right? Because adults are just big children. Because they were abused in some way in the past. That's just the truth. That's just what's in the cards here. And that's unfortunate, but it's true. At least they are using that to help other people. So this other that I think kind of goes together is the detective and networker. A networker, you're talking about like PR people. You're talking about people who are good with building relationships. Maybe puts deals together because they understand the needs of everybody else. They're very observant. They're very intuitive. So they use that intuition and that observation to gather information and then to disperse information. Could be a journalist. Probably, it could be a journalist or a writer even. Just gathering information and sharing it. The networking piece is important too. It's not enough for them just to have these insights and to seek this truth and find out this truth. They want to share it with other people. Maybe a television presenter, maybe a documentary maker, maybe someone that gathers that has a travel show. They go out and they learn this stuff and they share it with the world. I'm really picking up on that kind of energy. Public relations, marketing, something like that. Gathering information and sharing it with others. Who does that? A lot of people. But anyway, maybe that gathering of the information and sharing it with others is even connected with this desire to help children or to help other people. All right, so as far as signs, did we talk about that? We got a lot of earth signs here. We have some even over here, you've got some air energy and some Scorpio water energy. But I think you're mostly dealing with earth signs. Knight of Pentacles could be any of the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You got Virgo, you got Taurus. And then you also have Scorpio energy. The Empress is kind of Taurus energy, but not technically. And then the Lovers is Gemini energy. And then you have a little bit of Leo represented in the Sun. Again, that may be their sun sign, or those signs may play heavily into other facets, I guess, of they play heavily into their chart. Like maybe their ascendant is one of those signs, or their moon, Mars, Venus, the ones that would be really important in relationships. Okay, so as far as looks here, I'm getting kind of a light energy. Blue eyes, brown hair, fair hair, blonde to light brown, almost fair. And if you live in a culture where that does not exist in your culture, then it would be lighter than normal in your culture. So let's just say you're from Africa. Most Africans have dark hair, dark eyes, but there's degrees of that, right? So there's really dark, and then there's lighter. So it would be on the lighter spectrum, is what I'm saying. Two things I just picked up on. One is funny and one is nice. The Empress energy, very beautiful. This person's beautiful. Male or female, they're very attractive to other people. The other thing is, and this you get this a lot with Taurus energy, for some reason the Taurus people do not mind being naked. They do not feel like there's anything wrong with the body. You should show it off. They just love skin on skin. They just like being naked. So I'm definitely picking up on that energy with this person. Oh, wow. Okay, so I just picked this up. So they might be a little different. They might be a different race from you, actually. That's interesting. Okay. So, yeah. Youngish. They look youngish. Even if they're older, they have a youngish kind of look to them. All right. So let's see what we see. Personality. We've got a couple of hints about personality. Let's talk about some other things I see in personality here. One thing is they're very intelligent. They're very logical whenever they're making decisions. They're athletic. They like to compete in something. They have, and that ranges so widely. I used to be a super athlete, like I played softball and volleyball and tennis and all that stuff. And then as I've gotten older, I'm still, I still like to play sports, but it's calmed down a lot. So now it's more like pickleball. So they're athletic and whatever, whatever thing. That could be anything. I used to play ping pong too. So anything that they move around and can compete in. Let's just say that. They really like to have fun. That's very important to them, to be able to cut loose and act like the fool sometimes. It's very important to them. Maybe because they're so intelligent and in their head a lot. It's very important to them to cut loose. Also, saving for a rainy day is important to them. So they do have that earth energy quality about in that way. They're not gonna spend money frivolously or too frivolously most of the time. They're very into family. Family is very important to them, and they probably want to have children. They definitely want to have children, actually. Because family is almost... And that probably goes back to this, right? If they had a bad childhood, They want to do it right. They want to break the cycle. They want to have children, and they want to show that it can be done right, that you can love your children in the right way. It's very much a passion for them. Okay, so weaknesses here, they can get kind of closed off sometimes. Actually, let me pull, we're going to talk about strengths, weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. So I'm just going to pull a few more cards here from the Gregory Scott, because I don't have enough cards on the table, right? But I just wanted to bring this into this part of it, because I felt like it was so closely connected last time. So we're going to talk about strengths and weaknesses, career, or hobbies. Got the sun again. Strengths and weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. What else? Is that it? Okay. You got more Earth sign energy and more Scorpio energy, which was already on the table. You got Leo again, which was already on the table. And you got a new one, Pisces. Okay. So you got the sun, the moon, the Knight of Pentacles, the Temperance. That is Sagittarius energy, I think. Yeah. Five of Cups. Eight of Cups. Knight of Swords. Death, Scorpio energy. Ace of Wands. The Devil, Capricorn energy. So now all Queen of Pentacles, more Earth energy. Now all the Earth signs are on the table. So I wanted to bring those in to kind of add to these messages. And what we're looking for here is strengths and weaknesses, career, or hobbies. Again, I'm getting that athleticism. They definitely play some kind of sport. Money, again, is important to them. They're going to save for a rainy day. They're not going to spend their money frivolously. So I'm going to say that might be one of their weaknesses. Like, they might be a little too concerned about the material here. Like, maybe that's something you can help them with a little bit to show them that money is not everything. There are definitely more important things to life. One thing I do really like about them a lot is that they have the sun here twice, which means they do generally have a positive disposition. They generally have a positive disposition, but also they might be prone to depression. I am seeing that here. I wouldn't say clinical depression. I would just say that maybe that's one of the things they have to watch out for. That could very well, again, go back to this. Being, experiencing abuse as a child, they can tend toward, first of all, isolation and depression. Like, they isolate themselves. Got that in the Hermit card, and then that leads to a little bit of a depression. I do feel like they get out of it pretty quickly. Like, they have coping mechanisms, so maybe they even have been through some therapy themselves, and maybe that's why they've become a counselor, because they have developed some coping mechanisms that help them through this stuff, and then now they can take that and help other people with it. And maybe that's the reason for the athleticism and the exercise. They know they have to have that. That's just one of the most important things that people who tend toward depression can do is exercise. But when they're in that place, when they're in that depressed place, it's hard for them to get to see a way out of that, to start the exercising. Once they start exercising, they know that it feels good for them and they need to do it, but sometimes it's hard for them to just do it. And honestly, again, I want to just restate this, with this tendency toward depression with this person, it is not so severe that they are not functional. It is, everybody has something. Some people tend toward compulsion. Some people tend toward obsession. Some people tend toward, all kinds of things, schizophrenia. Everybody has something. It's a matter of degrees. And I don't feel like that this keeps this person down too long. And I feel, again, like they've got some coping mechanisms. They've learned some skills to help them with it. Very balanced as a person. I'm again seeing the motherhood energy. Definitely want to be a mother. Strengths. Nurturing, right? Definitely have that nurturing energy. Genuinely positive most of the time. Weaknesses are getting in their head sometimes and leading to depression, isolating themselves a little bit, and that leading to depression. Okay, so career and hobbies. Let's see what we've got on the table. We talked about some that there could be counselor energy here, teacher energy here. There could also be like journalists, PR people. For some of you, I feel like this might actually be an athlete, like that's what they do for a living for right now. That doesn't mean that's what they'll always do, because athletes I think have that career has a very short lifespan, like past the age of 35, you're almost done. So they'll have to have a backup plan, but I think in the short term, they might be actually making money as an athlete. Bankers, definitely indicated here with all the Taurus energy and the money energy, definitely financial institutions, bankers. Okay, that's actually all I'm seeing there. So let me get all these cards up. This is a big old mess, but I'm telling you, I got some good information there. Let me get these cards up and we'll move on to how and when you will meet. All right, this card, not as many cards in this section. We're just going to see real quickly how and when you will meet this person. And we'll just take the cards as they come. How and when will pile to meet their next relationship person. Meet this new person. How? Well, Four of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness. How and when? What else for how and when? Wow. Is that it for how and when? Okay, we're gonna take it. Got a Ten of Swords here. King of Cups and Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Chariot. Page of Pentacles. And Four of Cups. I want to go one more here. Because I needed that to be even. Lovers. Okay. Very strong summer energy here for most of you, actually. Minor Arcana for Cancer, Major Arcana for Cancer. The Lovers is Gemini. This is not summer energy. It's Scorpio, and it's actually the end of October, beginning of September, but the card itself looks very summery to me. So I'm picking up summer very strongly for you guys. And then for a few of you, a very few of you, it's Capricorn season, which is the end of December, beginning of January. Okay. How and when you will meet. A lot of you guys are going to meet at the beach or on a vacation, for sure. That's very much indicated in the travel, the water, the King and Queen of Cups. Anytime I get a King and Queen of the same suit in in a reading, that's just that's a definite relationship. It's a compatible relationship. So okay. However you represent, male or female, there's a story here for you. But this is going to be gender specific, so I'm sorry if that offends you, but that's just the truth. Male comes in, whether you're feminine or masculine, whether you're a male or female, this is masculine energy, comes in very much looking at this queen, very much, oh yes, I'm here, I want you, I want to date you. You are my queen. We are perfect. We are a perfect match. Queen of Cups, however, over here is not looking at him in the beginning. And that's indicated here by this Four of Cups. She's looking elsewhere. She's looking back at the past, or she's looking at what she thinks might be ideal. She's not looking at this guy. So what causes her to look? I want to ask that question. What causes her to look? What changes her mind? Ah, there it is. Okay. This is interesting, you guys. I love this story. All right, so how and when you will meet. Definitely summertime energy. I'm actually picking up spring break too, because this Page of Pentacles talks about education. And I feel like if you guys don't meet on vacation, you might meet at school, in college, or whatever. Or in some kind of educational institution, like you both work at a college or something like that. Okay, so this guy, definitely into her. She's kind of in the beginning not looking at him. She's looking at somebody else, actually. This Knight of Pentacles, earth sign energy, very slow moving energy. Maybe she's been dating him for a while, actually, and he's moving too slow. He's moving too slow because he's not really the right one, quite frankly. This is the one. This is the one that she's way more compatible with. See that? King and Queen of Cups, very compatible. Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, not compatible. One thing, he's beneath her. She is just a little bit better than he is. I hate to say it like that, but that's just the truth. And the energy's not, I mean, she's more flow. He's more prodding. And so the reason she's not looking at it at first, because she is looking at this guy. This ends, though. And that's what causes her to look up and see him. And definitely, let's see, how and when you will meet. So that's the how. And that's the when. So we answered that question, right? That's also a little bit of how the relationship will unfold in the beginning, anyway. So again, summertime or Capricorn season. Strongly June, July. We do have a little indication of Scorpio, which, okay, so some of you might, and this is for fewer of you, it might be the end of October, beginning of November, or the end of December, beginning of January. But most of you that are watching this, it's definite summer energy. On vacation, or that could just be a weekend vacation. Like if you live in the mountains and you go to the beach for a weekend or something like that, or vice versa. Definitely around a financial institution, definitely while traveling. Did I say financial institution? I mean an educational institution. So maybe I was meant to say that. A financial institution or an educational institution. And for a very few of you, someone is going to introduce you. Someone you know is going to try to set you up with this person. Okay, that's it for that. Now, the next thing we want to find out is how the relationship will unfold. How will this relationship unfold for pile 2? This is a good one. How will this relationship unfold for pile 2? Let's just take them. Let's just see what's here, man. I don't usually do it when it's so sloppy like that, but I'm doing it today because I gotta hurry. I'm in a hurry. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like it's right. That's why I'm doing it. Queen of Cups again. Princess of Cups. Ace of Wands. The Wheel. Two of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. How will this relationship unfold? Okay, there's definitely a cycle here. First of all, we've already talked about this. In the beginning, this Queen of Cups is seeing I'm not going to say seeing necessarily. She's at least looking at somebody else or interested in somebody else, or has been trying to date them or wants to date them, and it's just been slow and prodding and it hasn't worked out. So there's that dichotomy there. Okay, so that's the first part of this relationship. There's a juggling here for the female, for the woman. He's all about it. He's totally into it, but she has something else going on. All right. So then we talk about. We got this wheel coming in, which the wheels, is always about a cycle ending and another one beginning. So we're going to say this is a season, right? For this first season of this relationship. And I'm thinking it might be actually a season. Like in the summer when they first meet, this juggling thing is going on. Even if it's just in her mind, it's like, I'm really looking at this, and I'm not looking at this guy who I just realized might be younger than her. That might be one of the reasons. The other cup here, cups person, watery person, they might be a little bit younger than her, and that's one of the reasons she's kind of like, is that really what I want? Okay, so this carries them through the summer. And then in the fall, we get, okay, now this relationship with this person, with the other cups, is going to start. So the beginning of their relationship, although they meet in the summer, it doesn't really start until the fall. And I really feel like you guys might actually be in college, because that's the reason for the distinct spring, summer, and fall timings here. Like when school gets out, when you're on summer break, when you go back to school in the fall. I'm getting a very distinct, that kind of energy. Not for everybody, but for some of you. Okay, so that's the beginning of the relationship. So let's get a little bit more about how this relationship unfolds. So I missed this part. So while this is going on with the woman, I've kind of got my eye on somebody else. While that's going on with the woman, with the man, it's like he's trying really hard to hold on to his position with her. I think when she meets, she gets that compatibility. She recognizes immediately that there's that compatibility there for sure. There's some chemistry, there's an attraction, but she's just got her head turned in another direction. So while she's trying to figure this thing out, he's just holding on to his position. He's just defending his position. He's like, yeah, this is the right relationship for you, young lady. If you don't see it, I don't know what to say about you. That's what he's thinking. Okay, just a couple more, how this unfolds. Oh, that's good. That's nice. One more. Oops. That was a no on that one. One more for how the relationship unfolds. Okay. Four of Cups, Three of Swords, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. Oh, I like the way it ends up, but I'm not going to lie. There are some, it's going to take a bit to get there. So, oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so this is happening with this guy. This is happening with this girl. Okay, finally they get together. A season and a new season. Like this is the summer, so then in the fall they actually get together. But it's not that cut and dried. In the beginning, there's the Three of Swords can talk about third-party situations, and so I do feel like even after they get together, this is going good with this guy because it's a good relationship. Even after they get together, she kind of has some. This is just a third-party situation. She's torn between both of those guys, and that causes him, the masculine, to kind of get disgruntled with the situation, bored with the situation. It's like, this is not working. So I do feel like there's going to be this period of unease with the relationship, even after you guys get together. This is no big surprise, by the way. Relationships go through all kinds of ups and downs, especially in the beginning when you're, trying to establish a relationship. There's a lot to bring together. There's a lot to compromise on and pull together. Okay. So it causes him to kind of become dissatisfied with it. So I think that probably he maybe start looking elsewhere too. So when that happens, that kind of wakes this feminine up a little bit, and she says, wait a minute, I'm screwing up here. This guy really is, this is a good match for me. I'm being ridiculous. So then there's new energy that comes back into the relationship finally. And in the end, we do have a coming together in a marriage way. This is the card for marriage. That doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are going to go to a church and get married and exchange vows and then sign that piece of paper. But you do have some kind of commitment here that is around the home. So, moving in together or some kind of real commitment. Eventually, you get there. But I'm going to also say, I feel like this is slow moving energy, because I'm getting very strongly 3 to 4 years. This relationship plays out over a long period of time before you get to this. And maybe that's because you're in college, right? Like if you're just starting out in a college situation, you don't want to get married while you're in college. You want to wait till you're done with all that to make any kind of big commitments. So that might be why it's playing out in that long of a cycle. You do come together the first year for sure, and then things progress. And just like relationships progress and things come in the way, and there's temptations and stuff, and there's getting bored with the way things are, and then having to put more spark into the relationship. It's all very common. This is all very common, and it does end up well. But yeah, I think it takes a bit. All right, I'm going to leave that there, and then we'll move on to messages from your future partner. We'll just see what we get. Okay, I'm just going to get one of each of the oracle, and then pull it together for a final message from your future partner. Okay, got carrot, opportunity or windfall. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Autumn, release the old and rest. Protected by angels, you are cherished by the angels. And amethyst, expand into wonder. Beautiful. Oh, I like that. So there's a dream. A lot of purple in this. Do you know what that tells me? This is from the divine. This relationship is from the divine. So you got that autumn message again. Like that's when things just really. That's when this relationship starts to take off in the autumn. So. I think the message here is this relationship is sanctioned, I guess, by the divine. And there are angels, guardian angels, who are watching out for it and protecting us and making sure that it happens. Because what is for you will never pass you by. And I think the message is to keep looking at the stars, to keep realizing the wonder and the magic that can be found in this relationship. And I think there's even a little bit of a, about the dangling carrots, like people, this is almost a warning from him about this other guy. He's like, keeps dangling this carrot in front of your face, promising a relationship that is never going to happen. So just, this is your future self. This is your future partner saying, look, forget about that guy. That is not the important thing here. That's not the important relationship. Our relationship is the important relationship. But you're going to have to work at it too. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. So there's a recognition here of your future partner that this is not going to come easy. That there's going to be a few years here of some back and forth, of some struggles, of, figuring things out. And this is, like I said, is not uncommon in the beginning of relationships. So they're just trying to ask you to keep the faith and stay focused on how privileged you guys are to have come together, to how privileged you guys are to have found each other, because this is divinely orchestrated. So stay focused on that. That's the message. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did like the reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and share my channel with anybody that you think might be interested. Thank you for this. Thank you for letting me read this today, because this was a very interesting reading and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you did too. So until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3 for your next relationship reading, these are going to be your messages. Pile 3 did have the lovers on it and this beautiful aquamarine. These readings have been going very long, but we are doing a lot of things in them. We're being very thorough in what we find out for you about what's coming up in your, or about your next relationship and the person that you're going to be with. Information about how it unfolds and everything. So what I'm going to do is pull some cards for traits, personality, appearance, and astrology, for strengths and weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. Find out all of that information together. Then I'm going to go into how and when you will meet, and then I will find out how the relationship will unfold. And finally, I will get a message from your future partner. So let's just go ahead and start pulling some cards and get traits first, personality, appearance, astrology, just to see what we get here. Sacred contracts are good for personalities, so I'll get a few of these. Pile 3, personality traits. Let's see what you got. Anything else for pile 3? That is way too many. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so with this one, I'm getting mostly astrology and appearance clues here. I can't even remember what this tarot deck is. I'm gonna find out and put it in the comments or in the description box below, but I haven't used it in a long time. But I just pulled out the astrological signs, and yeah, basically we can also get some clues here about looks. But what else can you tell us about pile 3 and their person? Astrology for pile 3's person. Okay. And then just any additional things from that, from the Herbal Tarot, and any additional messages there. Okay, that's a lot. These, okay, they have been coming out with a lot. So I'm just reading them. All right. So with the personality, you got Saboteur. Light attributes are highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. A Saboteur. Fear of self-empowerment. The shadow attribute is introduces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Interesting. Vampire. Light attributes makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Shadow attributes depleting others of your psychic survival, for your psychic survival. Chronic complaining and codependency. Well, this is not very pleasant, is it? Child orphan and child nature. Child orphan, light attributes are independence, based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear and surviving. Shadow attributes are feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Child nature, light attributes are friendships with animals, communication with nature's spirit, Shadow attribute, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Okay. Okay, so as far as personality is concerned, there is something very innocent about this person, very childlike about them. They're very, they're good with the animals. They're good with nature. So they do have that childlike sense of wonder. They're also very independent. They are a survivalist and they are independent. They have had to go it alone for whatever reason. It's made them very strong, and they're very good at they're very good at being alone. They're very independent. I can relate to this. I'm very independent myself. They do. So I did say there was an innocence and a childlike nature to them. They do have a tendency, because of that, to attract people that will take advantage of them. They're very giving. They're very loving. They're almost naive a little bit. So they do attract people that want to take advantage of them. And I honestly feel like that brings out the protective nature in you. I don't know where I'm picking that up, but that's what makes me think. And so they're just I'm just going to say they're just working through some stuff. Listen, we're all human beings here on this earth learning lessons. I feel like they are younger, or they read as younger, and there's an innocence about them, and they're working on self-empowerment. They're working on becoming stronger as an individual and saying no, because they have a hard time doing that. That's what I'm picking up there on personality. So let's look at some astrology here. We have Libra, Scorpio, Pisces. That'd be closer to the Scorpio. Capricorn, Virgo, and this could be any of the air signs, so we'll put that with the Libra here. So you got a lot of signs represented here. I think it's probably going to be different for all of you. Definitely water sign energy is strong. This earth energy, you've got Capricorn twice, and then also Virgo, so that's earth energy. Libra energy, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. Honestly, yeah, you got most of the signs represented. You got all of the signs represented here in one way or another. Oh, no, you don't. You have no wands here. You have no fire signs. So earth, water, air. And let's see what else we got. We got the Knight of Swords twice. So, okay, that tells me something about that personality. Got the Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Emperor, and the High Priestess. Very connected, almost close to the Moon card here. Okay, let's talk about the personality traits. Let's see. Yeah. Personality, any additional astrology. You got the only additional astrology that showed up here is Aries. So you do have one fire sign energy. I'm actually picking this up more as personality traits, because there's not a lot of this actually tells us more about something that they're going through. I feel like where they are in their development. I'm not feeling that more as a personality. So here's some things about their personality. They are very rash and very fast moving in their energy. You get that twice with that Knight of Swords. They do have a sense of adventure and action, doing, energy, adventure, travel. Very into that. They maybe have business owner energy about them too, entrepreneurial energy here. So they're also very intuitive, I believe. You're getting that twice there. You're getting that with the Moon card and with that High Priestess. Very much use their intuition, are good at it. They're good with money too, I will say that, with that Capricorn energy. They're good with work. They work hard. You got Scorpio twice here, by the way, which means minor arcana for Scorpio, major arcana for Scorpio, which means, first of all, Scorpio and Capricorn are the two main ones, and then you got Libra, Aries as minor ones. Virgo as a minor one. Pisces is a minor one. But also the thing about Scorpios is that they are good at things that are not easy, they can go to the depths of humanity. They can go to the dark places and be okay with it, which is very hard to do. That's why you'll find a lot of people, a lot of Scorpios do like grief counseling, or they'll do hospice work where they're with people at the end of their life. That is very hard for some people to deal with. I'm not sure how well I would deal with that, actually, but for some reason Scorpios can deal with it. They're okay with it. They can help people transition into, the unknown. And when a lot of people don't want to be around dying people, it's very hard. They can do it. They can go to those depths. So that's very interesting about. They do have a depth about them, this person. And I feel like maybe it's because of this, some of this wound, like the orphan being, left alone or wounded as a child, and then and some of the things they've had to deal with by being just very kind and innocent by nature, and attracting these dark people that want to take advantage of them. I think it's helped them to grow deeper as a person. Okay, what else do I see here? Okay, so they're good, not only good with money, they're good with playing with money. Like maybe they could be a good investor or something, money manager, something like that. They can become, these are kind of not so positive traits. They can become a little bored easily, and they can become a little bit defensive easily too. Okay, I'm going to gather these up here a little bit. I want them to peek out because I want to have access to them, but I'm going to pull some other cards too here real quick. Just to get additional messages about the person. And what I'm looking for here is strengths and weaknesses, career, and hobbies. The reason I want to have access to these is because these might actually feed into them a little bit. We'll see. Strengths and weaknesses, careers, and hobbies. Let's see what we see here. Okay. Light Sears Tarot and a few Gregory Scott Tarot. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Knight of Swords. That's up here too, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's a double down on that message. Knight of Wands. I like that. The Emperor again. The Moon again. The Five of Swords. The King of Swords, which is up here as well. King of Cups. The World. And the Seven of Pentacles. All right. So what are we looking for? We're looking for strengths and weaknesses, career, and hobbies. Okay, definitely entrepreneur energy. This guy could be a business owner, or this woman could be a business owner. If they're not yet, they might have plans for a business for the future. Also, boss energy. Definitely can be the boss. You got the King of Swords here that is surrounded by books. Swords are about mental energy, thoughts, ideas. So you're getting, let's see, what do you get with that? Thoughts, ideas, could be a journalist, could be a librarian, could be a teacher, could be I'm actually thinking an attorney too, with all the books around them, studying cases and stuff. Professor. Let's see what else I see for occupation. Maybe a musician here. I like that. Maybe, now these may be hobbies and or they may be actual careers. A sports person, a sporty guy, sporty gal. They play sports. They like to swim. Maybe on the swim team. Underwater is that acrobatics? Is that what it's called? Like over in Florida, in some places in Florida, they do like underwater stuff. Deep sea diver, something like that. I don't know. And these, again, could be hobbies, could be careers. A surfer. Let's see what I'm picking up in these here. Oh, again, with the travel adventure person. Very adventurous, likes to travel for sure. Maybe does it for a job, maybe does it for fun, but definitely likes travel and adventure. I feel like some people work with horses. I'm getting the children again. Did I say that this person might work with children? They might work with children. Got the children over there. The Queen of Swords. Let's see. Page of Pentacles, education. They might work with children. Getting gardeners, florists, bartenders. Okay, take what resonates. There's a lot of people watching here. So take what resonates with you. Again, some of these might be hobbies, but some of them might be occupations, particularly when you're talking about things like the swimming and the surfing and athletics and working with the horses and the music. That could all very well be hobbies. Okay. So I think enough of that. And now we're going to move on to how and when you will meet. Let me clear all these cards. So I'm just using the Universal Weight Tarot here to find out how and when you will meet. How and when? Pile 3, meet this person. This new person, how and when. Okay. I like it when it comes out like that. That's a lot of cards. We'll go with it. All right, Page of Wands. the Sun, the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, I like that, and the Eight of Pentacles. When and how. Okay, I love this. Anytime I get a King and Queen of the same suit, it means that's definitely a couple. It's definitely a relationship, but it also means it is a compatible relationship. A lot of practicality in this relationship. It is going to be a good, solid relationship. Some of you will meet at work. Some of you will meet when you're on a vacation, and particularly out west, like if you're going to the Grand Canyon or something. I'm seeing mountains here. If you're going on a vacation in the mountains, that's how some of you will meet. Some of you will be fixed up by a third party. And then some of you, with this Sun card, what I'm getting here is the win for you is going to be when you break free from the past. I don't know if you're mourning the relationship of somebody else at the moment, but this is almost a card that says it's up to you. Whenever you break free from the past, whenever you're ready, then you will meet this person. Win. Very minor arcana for Gemini, major arcana for Gemini. Very strong Gemini energy, which is the end of May, the beginning of June. You also have Aquarius energy here, the end of January, beginning of December, and you have Sagittarius energy here, which would be the end of November, beginning of December. Okay. Wintertime energy, both of these. Summertime energy there. The other indication here of time is 8 months from whenever you're watching this. But for a lot of you, it's when you determine the timing. It's when you break free from the past, when you're done mourning the loss of somebody, or when you are able to heal from something and move forward. It's then. All right. So the next thing I want to find out is how the relationship will unfold. And I'll use the Druid Craft Tarot for that. How will this relationship unfold? I'm just going to take them. They wanted to come out. Well, let me do that one again. I'm not sure about that one. Let's just do that again. If they want to come out, they will for sure. How will this relationship unfold? Take them. King of Swords, Strength, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Moon, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to go one more. Justice, and Princess of Swords. You got a lot of swords in this reading. How's this going to unfold? So I think when I was looking at the personality of this person, the entrepreneurial or boss energy showed up. And I really feel like for some of you guys, you will meet at work, and this person is, if they're not your boss, they are above you in some way. Because I feel like that there's a bit of a holdup here in the beginning. And this is interesting. This is very interesting. There's a bit of a holdup here in the beginning. And I feel like that might be what it is. Like the boss person, the person who is the boss, is kind of looking at this situation and thinking, wow, this is not very wise. Although I'm attracted to this person, it would not be wise to get hooked up with somebody that I work with. You don't shit where you eat, right? And then that's kind of the masculine energy in this situation. And then the feminine energy is like almost the same. It's like it's going to take strength and determination to work with this person because I'm very attracted to them. But again, getting involved with somebody at work is not even a good idea at all. And so she's just trying to maintain her equal. He's trying to maintain his distance. She's trying to maintain her equilibrium. She's trying to use tact and diplomacy in this situation because I think, like I said, I think she works for him. So she has to be nice to him. She has to be kind to him. She cannot ignore him, right? So it's really just taken a lot of strength and determination to figure this thing out. Oh, I also feel like she's quite a bit younger than he is. Yep, quite a bit. They actually might have the swords energy here. They might have compatible energy, but he's quite a bit older. Or vice versa. It could be the other way around. She could be quite a bit older than him. Take it how it resonates, but so that's why there's so much tact and diplomacy required in this situation. And if it is not actually that you work with him or you work with her, there's a group involvement here. You're involved in a group in some way. Maybe you're connected by family. Maybe you're connected by friends. Maybe you're connected by a community project that you're involved in, or you work on a board together, a board of trustees, or you're working on some kind of project together that involves a whole group. If it's not actual physical work where you go to make money, there's that's going on that kind of keeps you guys separated a little bit in the beginning. There's also this incompatibility with the age, or you feel like it's an incompatibility with the age. Okay, so that's how the relationship starts. You're really, well, let's just be real clear. You're really fighting it. You're really, really fighting it in the beginning. And in the end, you just decide to give up the ghost. It is bigger than the both of you. And you just decide to move forward with the relationship because it's just so strong. The attraction is so strong. The relationship is strong in that you really get each other and you're really compatible. You might even have words about it before you all get together. You might, like, someone approaches, it's probably going to be this guy. Let's be honest. He's the older and probably more in control of the situation. He's going to approach it and say, hey, I really feel this compatibility with us. Although it might be her. She's pretty strong for a young woman. But I really feel this compatibility, and you might actually have a conversation about it, and in the end you decide, nah, we got to walk away from this thing. Or you get together like one night or whatever, and then you say, no, we got to walk away from this thing. And you fight it for a long time. In the end, you just give up the ghost and you say, you know what, this is it. We're going to do this thing. You got to move. There's just a bit of, when you do decide to move forward, there's a bit of just not being able to see clearly how this thing is going to work out. In the first place, there's just so many cards stacked against you. And you do come out on top. There is justice here. You balance it, you figure it out, you make it work. Both of you are very logical, and I think you have to use your logic and your intuition in figuring this thing out. But you do figure it out, you find a balance, you make it work. Libras are famously good with relationships. Partnerships are very important to them. So this tells me this is actually a good partnership. It ends up being a good partnership. But you're not going to see it clearly in the beginning. You end up here with the Ten of Pentacles, which is beautiful. It is a card of happiness, with generations of family. It is a card of legacy, like you're not only building a life together, you're passing that down, not to just to future generations. You're maybe even have some connection to the older generation, and that you're helping them. You're just blending this beautiful family together. But listen, it is hard won. It is not going to come easy. And like the first two readings I did here, I got a real clear sense of how the relationship unfolded and how long it took for it to unfold. I do not see anything here that indicates how long this is going to take to unfold, because I think it's going to be individual to each of you. And it's so complicated that there's no way that you could put a time frame on how long it takes to figure this thing out. But you guys are going to figure it out, and it is beautiful in the end. It's posterity. It's bigger than you guys, actually. You're building something that you can pass down to other people. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, the last thing I'm going to get is messages from your future partner. Okay, I'm just going to get one from each one of these oracles here, and then pull them all together to get a final message from your future partner. And we'll see what that happens to be in just a second. Pull these cards here. What do you got to? What are you going to do? All right, let's see what we got here. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Hunter, track down your fears and your desires. Journey by moonlight, believe in magic. Fall apart, smoky quartz. sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I like that. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Was this the one on the timing that the sun came out? I think so. Like this relationship happens whenever you break free from the past. This message is coming in loud and clear from your future partner. It's saying, please work on this because I want to come in. I want to start this relationship. I know it's hard because I know you're afraid. And I know you've been hurt in the past. But you have to forgive that so that you can move on, so we can have this beautiful, magical relationship. And it is very, very magical. There's a new start here. You can triumph over the troubles and the obstacles and the past. Listen, when you get here, I'm going to be a safe place where you can just fall apart. So please work hard to take care of this situation so that we can be together. I know you're scared. I'm scared too. But you have to believe. The sun is coming out. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. You have to believe that there is a fresh start available to us. Keep the faith. That is what your future partner is asking you to do. Keep the faith. I'm coming. Just whenever you're ready, whenever you break free from the past, whenever you heal it, whenever you've forgiven it, and whenever you're ready to face the fear of moving forward, I'm ready. Okay, that's all I have for pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was so much fun for me, and thank you for letting me do this reading for you today. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so, and then share my channel with anybody that you think might be interested. I appreciate you guys so much. It's a pleasure reading for you. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care.